Dude, they fucking suck. I say that every time that we get to this point of like the video and we're gonna shit on Liverpool. It's the truth. Like
They'd agree with you.
Yeah. And I don't know, like from their perspective, obviously they're gonna be blaming Slot. I think it's deeper than that. I think their players just also don't want it, if I'm being completely honest with you. Because their level of defensive effort, while structurally it is abysmal, they also just don't try. They're not. Their players look checked out, and I don't know how a team that just won a championship can go to this point and be this bad. Like they're gonna like. What is their season projection here, and why have they kept on to their manager to this point? If it's UCL, like they're not winning that. Because if City got run off the park essentially in one match against Madrid, and then City just literally backhand them in the face, what is a potential matchup they're going to look like? Are they even going to? Is PSG going to just? PSG could pull.
You saw what they did to us.
Like
we're on a similar level to Liverpool, so I think that will be ugly. That time will also be very ugly.
How? I
like
guess
you said, they're so open. They're so open, and Van Dijk gets a lot of shit for it, and to an extent, rightfully so. But there's just no structure there. Like you said, he's 34 years old. I think asking him to do that job and cover up for this entire mess of a defense, that's a really tough ask. So it's a bit unfair to put it all on him. But you've seen so many players regress individually, obviously Salah being the main one, and that was their main source of goals and assists. That's how they won the league in hindsight. Because at the time, I definitely gave Slot his credit and dues, I thought. But hindsight being 2020, it literally looks like Salah just took them to a league with Klopp muscle memory. I mean, Slot did tweak a few things, but again, those players have regressed this year. A different right back plays every 2 to 3 games for injury reasons or whatnot. It's been abysmal. And then obviously up top, the two big signings, one's been hurt for a while and the other one just really hasn't had that impact. So I think you got it right at the beginning, Dylan. It's definitely a deeper issue. Slot is part of the problem. It's definitely culpable, but clearly a deeper rooted issue. But are you guys enjoying it?
Oh yeah, dude, it's the best. It's the best. This is a great time. Like United have literally don't exist until next week. Like on Monday, they just haven't existed.
They're going to Ireland. They flew to Ireland.
All international players had a good international break. Like they just happy fun, whatever. Like I just got to like it just not exist for a little bit. And while that time has happened, like the two teams that I dislike the most currently in the Premier League just shat their pants for like a 2-week stretch, which is fucking awesome. And it just brings me joy because like I think most people say this, but the hate watches are sometimes more enjoyable than actually watching your team win stuff.
Not sometimes for me.
And to that point, it's a perfect test case to this. And honestly, I want to end it with the one player that I just think he cost them £800 million. And if we blind resumed him to Szoboszlai, which one actually cost that record-breaking signing at the time? It's ridiculous. This guy is so shit in this system. I don't even know if it's a system thing or if he's just shit because it's so funny.
I thought he looked okay in the beginning of the.
They ran 4-2-2. Yeah.
It's so funny because he goes to Germany, he just drops fucking like a banger game against a good nation, and then he comes back.
Oh yeah, I'll forget everything I said when it's summertime. I'll be pulling for him. But
it just
it's
shits
dark.
his pants.
I thought he would. I thought he would have a moment or a stretch in this season where he started to show something, and it's definitely gotten better. But you have to remember, based on what? He was awful to start the year. Really didn't look at the level at all. So, again, I think it's been said enough times. You don't pay that type of money for a 1-2s guy, for a connector. You pay that for a top-level player, a game changer in your attack. So, thoroughly disappointing.
Yeah. Mila, is there any way that they can fix this with the amount of games that is left? Do you think there's any way back for Liverpool?
In what sense?
Is there a switch? Like, is there a switch personnel wise, or like is the idea of like Isak coming back enough to get them like into a spot in the Champions League, or like
Gakpo left wing?
That might be it.
I don't know. They have a chance because it's so shaky in the Prem right now. I think
They're fifth.
everyone has a chance, regardless of whatever race you're in. All the races are open.
Sure.
So you can get relegated, you can make it to Champions League, or you can miss out by a hair, and you might lose a title. Nothing's confirmed right now, and I think that's the best part for Liverpool is regardless of how bad they're playing right now, there's also other teams playing bad.
It's true. Well,
Very true.
I think they suck, and
I agree.
They spent
also-
$5 billion.
They stink. They do stink.
Like spending that much money past you're the reigning champions. Feel like you should have a little more control over your destiny, and it just seems like what I just talked about, like their destiny is in everyone else's hands, which is not a good look for that project.
With how shaky the Premier League has been, to your point, and we're going to talk about the other team that's in first currently. Like, how did they let this happen? How did they let this slip? Is really a better question.
Yeah.
City's been shaky at times. United have been shaky.
How did they let
Literally
it what,
sacked the
Dylan?
manager.
Slip.
Slippery
slopes.
slope. Yeah.
I mean,
It's
we
ridiculous.
talked about it. It's pretty clear that they were complacent with where they were last year in a dip for the rest of the Premier League. And now most of those teams have crawled out the ditch a little bit, and the competition's not just rolling over for them. And there's no more David Coote.
Oh yeah, good point.
Reparations.
Oh, he was anti-Liverpool. Oh, reparations. Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit
That was
came
last
out,
year.
and then they suddenly got
Yeah.
all the calls for a year. And then they don't get the calls this year.
So they lost that and Coutinho money. That's what it is.
Dang. Yeah.
It's senior money.
Yeah. Lucky Pool turned into Liverpool pretty quickly.
Liverpool.